Bang, what's going on, guys? To an exciting edition, main event, Talkin Hands. I'm your host, Preston, joined by my host, Mr. Danny Betts. We're going to break down this weekend's main event action. So we have Sonny Edwards returning, taking on Galal Yafai. Before we get into the fights this week, we love to recap the fights that were last week. And there really weren't no fights last week, but the big fight was the week prior. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Nothing too shocking here. Jake Paul gets the job done, wins a decision. Mike Tyson stumbles into the ring. I think at that point, I knew the fight was a wrap. And Jake Paul dominated, I would say. I don't even know what to say because it wasn't much of a fight. But, Danny, what were your thoughts? The only thing I did not like was after the fight, the announcers or media was encouraging Mike, hey, this is it. And he said he wanted to fight once again, or we'll see what happens. I don't think anyone wants to see Mike Tyson fight again. But Dan, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, of course he's gonna say that, bro. He made 20 mil, of course. And I mean, say what you want, but he does have a name, Mike Tyson. I mean, I knew Paul was gonna win. It was just like I thought it was gonna be closer, like to the decision. I knew the decision was live, but I thought it was gonna be like, oh, I think he's gonna get him out of there late. But I don't know which one to bet. I went with the knockdown, didn't get that, but it was an easy. He was outboxing them from the outside, and Tyson did not throw like at all in the beginning. Yeah, but after that, he got tired, whatever, and you could tell. I know Paul was holding back for sure.
Yeah, he sort of hurt him mid round, like 3 or 4, and then after that, he really didn't punch. Like neither guy really punched. Even Paul was just kind of jabbing a little bit. Like it wasn't like he was really punching him. And Tyson just looked old. And the problem is, when I knew Jake Paul was going to win, my friends were like interested, and they're never into it. Okay, and they're like, Mike Tyson's going to win for sure, right? Like, he's definitely going to win. And then I had to tell him, I'm like,
no, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if you know how old Mike Tyson is. He's 58 years old. He can't move because they all saw the highlights that they would show, thinking like he's going to get in there and just like kill him. I'm like, that's not going to happen. So they got what they wanted. Netflix got what they wanted, I guess, and Paul and Tyson got what they wanted. So
even though Netflix was acting up for some people, for me just a little bit, but a lot of people were complaining like with the loading screen and stuff like that.
Yeah, I had a little bit of an issue, and then I just switched to another site, and then it worked fine. Before that fight, though, was a great fight. Obviously, Katie Taylor, Serrano 2. Pseudo or sort of controversial decision. I felt like the commentators were quite biased, but what do you think of the fight and I guess the decision? And because we already knew setting up, they want to do a third fight. So I think it went the way they kind of wanted. I'm sure they'd rather have Serrano get the fight, but what were your thoughts on that one?
I mean, first of all, I could watch them fight a million times. Like, I think if we watch these girls fight, like, you're going to see this fight almost every time. A close-ass fight, a bunch of punches. I think Serrano broke the record for most punches in Andrew or something like that. They were both throwing crazy. For me, the biggest difference was like, I mean, it was close at first. Me and my boy were watching it, and I'm like, with the point deduction, shout out to Winner Circle in the chat. You could have gave it to Serrano, but I still think that Taylor edged it out. But here we go with the robbery again. I'm like, bro, this is a close ass fight. I don't know. It was a tough fight to call, honestly, in my opinion. But because the hand speed when they were like in the pocket, it was a big difference. Like Taylor's hand speed was way faster, but at the same time, Serrano was landing the bigger shots. So it was kind of like one of those, what do you like more? And she called her dirty and stuff like that. That's just how she fights. I mean, you gotta be careful with that, especially. And it's funny because my friend was laughing because before that I was telling him like bets I like to do or avoid, just take money line. That's why I always say that, just in case, or things like that when you're fighting a southpaw, because your head is easier to crash into the pocket, and you could get cut, and it could stop it and things like that. And that's exactly what happened. She got nasty. Serrano got a nasty cut. Didn't stop it. It was bad, but I mean, I don't know. I thought Katie got it, but yeah, it was close. Great fight. I could watch them fight all the time.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good fight. The only reason why I probably would edge it Serrano was I thought she won round 10, and I thought round 10 would have been like
Yeah.
the deciding round. But it reminded me of the Michaela Mayer Sandy Ryan fight, same sort of thing. One fighter does better at the beginning, the other fighter takes over at the end. And then kind of what
Yeah.
you said, what do you like more? And yeah, judges gave it to Kay Taylor. Great fight. The other fight, because I don't want to touch on the YouTube fight or whatever it was, I don't even know what it was the Barrios fight. And Barrios was in tough with Ramos. So that fight ended up being a draw. At the beginning, Barrios knocked him down. I
Yeah, I
forget
think
the round.
it was early. It was like round 2, I think.
But yeah, and he looked good. Like he looked very good. But it seemed like he couldn't hold up to those punches Ramos was throwing at him. And we know the line was crazy, right? Barrios was like minus 1,200.
Yeah, I took a
Danny,
dog shot.
you think they'll run it back, a rematch? Or
Nah, I don't think so. I think Barrios is gonna try to get a bigger fight. I mean, I would love to see it. That was a great fight too.
yeah.
I knew that was gonna be a good fight. Yeah, I thought it's a lot. That was another thing. Your honest opinion? Who you thought won that fight, or was it a draw? You think? Or
I thought Ramos was going to probably get the decision.
see, me too. And a lot of people again crying robbery, saying that Barrios won that clearly. I'm like, what are you guys watching? What's going on?
I like Barrios. Like we
We
I
both do.
interviewed him with Jeff, but yeah, no, I just thought Barrios was giving the fight away. Like he just couldn't throw back, and Ramos hurt him. Winner
Yeah.
circuit here comment. When the fight ended, Serrano was a minus 2,100 live. Crazy outcome. Barrios' face looked ran through at the end, and I'm pushing though. Yeah,
Yeah.
Barrios, he was just getting hit, and like he
Yeah.
couldn't hold up to those punches, and he wasn't fighting his fight because I thought he was getting better at boxing more, but then he got into his typical Mexican like fight, and
Yeah.
he was fighting a guy he should not have fought
Well,
that style.
that was more because of Ramos. Because like in the beginning, like you said, Barrios was doing great, and
Yeah,
then dropped him, and then Ramos knew he had to try to make it ugly Mexican style, and then he hurt him. He dropped him,
Yeah.
and when that happened, Barrios showed up, and when
Yeah.
he showed up, he's not boxing from the outside like he was. Ramos had the opportunity to just now I can you're not using.
I
your
thought
reach.
Ramos was going to stop him, honestly.
It was close. Yeah, I thought so too. But Barrios is one tough, SOB. I mean, it was only Tank Davis, and that was what, round 11.
Yeah.
That stuff. But yeah, I disagreed with the live odds on that fight, Serrano minus 2,100 in the end. That's crazy to me.
So I thought Serrano won the first like 4 rounds pretty clearly. I thought Kay Taylor won probably 5-8. I thought Serrano won round 10. I don't really remember round 9. So it was a close fight. I think it was the point deduction where people, I guess, are
That's
like
what-
screaming
yeah,
robbery.
right.
Yeah.
Because even my friend was saying that, and he's like he rarely watches boxing at all. Like he's more UFC, and he's like, he was saying the same thing I was saying. Like Taylor's landing the more shots, the hand speed was more, but Serrano. But we were saying the narrative too. We were like, oh, the trilogy. If it's close, they're gonna give it to Serrano. Which of course I'm a huge fan of Serrano, so I'm like, yeah, I'm down for that. But I'll still watch them. I mean, because their third fight, I heard they'll try to make the 12 rounder with 3 minutes.
3-minute rounds. Yeah.
They need to fight 12 rounds, 3 minutes for sure.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, so I definitely think that'll happen in the future, for sure. Alrighty, that being said, we're going to move on to this weekend's fight. Title of the video, we have Sonny Edwards, current odds at our book FanDuel here, minus 136. Comeback on Galal Yafai, plus 112. Fight goes the distance is crazy high, minus 600. Yafai KO, plus 500. Edwards KO, plus 1,600. Yafai decision, plus 210. Edwards decision minus 115. FanDuel. Guys looking for a book? Look in the description down below. Use FanDuel. Sign up using our link. If you bet $5, get $150 in free bonus bets. FanDuel here at Pub Sports Radio. Danny, what do you think here? Edwards did have a fight after the Bam loss. He got cut, though. He did get the win. And then Yafai, young Olympian, biggest step in competition at the pro level for sure, and close odds. You think Edwards can go back? I don't want to say like turn the clock, but be back to like a number one top guy, or think Yafai is the new breed, so to speak?
I love this matchup, man. This is gonna be a really like technical, high level fight. You know, it definitely is a step up for Yafai. Yafai's a golden. You know, he was in the Olympics, won gold medal, but the thing with him, you know, that I noticed, like he's really good offensively. He has good pop. You know, these guys are small, but his defense is not great at all, bro.
Yep.
Like he gets countered right hand every time. Like I mean, a lot of other punches, but that's the biggest mistake from him. What up, Dave? Picks from Dave in the chat.
Yeah, shout out Dave in the chat.
Like it's like damn, bro. And this is lower level guys. Like the guy he fought last was a Mexican guy. I forget his name, but he wasn't, you know, nowhere near Sonny Edwards' level. Like the thing with Edwards, he has no power. Yep. He's got like 3 KOs. Yeah. But he's way more technically sound. Can switch stances, southpaw, orthodox, different angles. Fought way better competition. I mean, he fought one of the pound for pound greats right now, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. And he looked great in his last fight. You know, dancing around him. Some people, you know, hated it because he was in Arizona. You know, a lot of Mexicans out there. He was fighting a Mexican. But until that cut and they had to stop the fight, he clearly won that fight easily. This one's tough, but I gotta go with Sonny Edwards just because of the experience. I think he's got more ways to win, to make adjustments, like switch stances. I think he actually has the better angles. I think he'll frustrate Yafai, you know, a lot in this fight because the fight's gonna go in there, you know, trying to look for the big shot, trying to outgun you. He's a little bit bigger. He'll have his moments, but, you know, I don't think it's going to be a knockout. I'll be surprised if Sonny Edwards knocks him out. But you never know because, like, I don't know how that chin is really with just Yafai. He gets hit a lot, bro. Like,
yes.
So I know he does not have knockout power. I might sprinkle it just for fun because I see so many defensive holds, which is crazy because he's been in the Olympics, gold medal. That just shows you, bro. Sometimes these gold medalists are not who they are. But he does have skills. He could definitely win this fight, but I got to side with Edwards. Yes, money line. I think he wins by decision. I mean, the price is fine. It's almost a pick 'em. So just go money line, be safe, and sprinkle a little bit of KO maybe. Even though I don't think that happens, but we'll see.
Yeah, I was going to say, so when I was like researching both guys' fights, I feel this could go one of 2 ways where Edwards basically wins every round very easily, or Edwards gets knocked out and like he's like done, like pretty much.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I'll go with Edwards to win the decision. Because what you said, if I watched that fight versus the Mexican guy, he got caught like 3 times. He was overcommitting to his punches. I think he was just going to take this guy out. He got caught on a counter right, hurt, and then he's slowed down. Offensively, he looks good. He looks like technical, strong, but he's also against can crushers. Like he's not fighting a guy who's going to avoid his punches. Edwards did do a little too much of the showboaty stuff though that last fight, where he's really doing like this stuff.
It was fun. He's a jackass. Yeah. Like I mean, you know, he sells just because of that. He's a douchebag, but that was pretty funny. He was making a miss though. It was funny because
that was the thing. Yeah, it was very clear. His opponent for that fight wasn't in the same caliber of opponent. One thing I will say, Edwards, you rewatch the fight versus Bam. He was catching Bam, and I have said with Bam, I do get a little worried that he gets caught a little too often, but he just has the power and the skill that a lot of these guys like Edwards doesn't have the power. Yafai has more power. Yafai, though, is going to get touched a lot. I like Edwards here. I think Edwards is going to win pretty clear decision, honestly. I think he'll win like 9-10 rounds.
Yeah.
The only way Yafai wins to me is he has to go to the body, hurt Edwards, and then try to drop him and like knock him out. Because kind of what we talk about since we've done the show since the beginning, boxer versus puncher, even though the puncher can box as well. Like you said, Olympic gold medalist. Edwards is the much better boxer. I'd take the boxer 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10. And the line is crazy, minus 136. I think it's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
I think it's just a huge step up in competition for Yafai. So give me Sonny Edwards money line, FanDuel minus 136.
Yeah, I think it's a buy low spot because, bro, Yafai has never fought in a 12 rounder. Like, only a couple 10 rounders. And Edwards had, I don't know, like 8 or 10 12 round fights. Like, he's got the experience. Like, I don't know. We'll see. It should be a great fight. I'm not super confident, I'll be honest. I do think I'm going to bet it, but it's not going to be like, 5-3 unit, play for me. But, yeah, I like Edwards.
Yeah, and Andrew G tends to agree
G.
with us. Okay, that being said, I'm going to get some pseudo breaking news that I sort of alerted Danny, but didn't tell him.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
February 22nd, Riyadh season. 5-fight card. Okay. Big Bang Zhang versus Ajit Kayabol. Ajit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know him.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first fight. Second fight, Carlos Adames, Hamza Shiraz.
Oh.
Third fight, Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz. Fourth fight.
This card is ridiculous.
Fourth fight, Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker. Main event, Bivol Beterbiev 2. Just announced. Now, they said this is their plan, so it's planned.
Right.
But they have the 5 fights already. Like,
we know them, though. If that's their plan, they're going to do everything they can.
And those are the fights we pretty much said, right? We said Boots versus Virgil. Obviously, Beterbiev Bivol. I don't know if Dubois Parker was on the – if I think they wanted it. I wasn't sure about that one.
I heard rumors.
Yeah. And Shiraz was supposed to fight, right? I think on next month's card versus the Fury card. Maybe his opponent didn't fight. So
no. Was he? Because he has fought.
I thought so, but
I thought Adames had a fight. Didn't he have a fight coming up?
Oh, he might have been on.
I thought Adames did.
The tank fight, but the tank fight isn't happening for December. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, dude, I love it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that is stacked. great matchups, bro. Great matches. If that's gonna happen, I can't wait. That's February 2, my birthday month. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, February 22nd. Yeah, Andrew G. A lot of big fights coming up. Next week's huge doubleheader, which we're gonna get into, obviously, and then the Usyk Fury too. So, yeah, I'm very interested to see what they line some of these fights.
I want to see that for sure. Obviously, the Boots on this and Virgil Ortiz. I mean, all of them. I want to see. Well, we already know the Beterbiev Bivol. Beterbiev is going to be like, what, minus 185-ish?
Yeah, he'll be favored, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see those for sure. I can't wait.
Yeah.
The other fight they made official, remember?
Benavidez, right?
Yeah, Benavidez, Morel. And they're doing a great promoting-wise, and they're about to be in Miami pretty soon, I think. And you got to get all those Cubans and things like that, and they're over here talking shit. Dude, they hate each other. They hate each other right now. I love it.
Yeah, that has a pretty good co-main event. I forgot. What was the co-main event? I saw it. Figueroa Fulton rematch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rematch. I wanted to see that, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be – those are going to be some big fights.
Who else was it? I know they got Ramos and Ramos that fought Lubin that got robbed.
Yeah,
he's fighting somebody. Oh, Jerson Rosario.
Yeah,
he's gonna get
the
his ass
guy. Did he just fight?
Yeah, he was fighting a
Hurd?
pro box. Yeah,
Jared
Hurd.
Hurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting his ass whooped.
Yeah, and then Pitbull Cruz is fighting Fierro. Did you know what the line is on the fight, the Benavidez fight?
No, not officially.
I just looked.
What is it?
I'm surprised.
Because I had a prediction. I want to know if I'm right.
What's your prediction?
No, I said I asked you first. I already, because somebody asked me.
So I thought Benavidez was going to be the favorite, which I'll just say it's minus 152. Benavidez plus 125 Morel. I thought Benavidez would be a bigger favorite.
I was gonna say because somebody asked me and I said the most you could put Benavidez. I think Benavidez is gonna be the favorite, minus 200. That's the most.
Yeah.
So that's a good price. But damn, I was hoping a little bit more for Morel.
Yeah, I thought it would be more. I thought they'd open Benavidez as a bigger favorite.
Not crazy, but plus 180.
Yeah, because
I'm torn on that fight right now.
We'll see. I have to watch more for sure.
Yeah, I gotta go back and do because at first I'm like, I know a lot of people are gonna be on Benavidez, but like stylistically, like people think Morel. A lot of people don't know who the hell Morel is. Anyways, I've been saying about him for years, but they only see him knocking people out. They finally saw him, go the distance. His last fight, and he's nothing, blah, blah, blah. He was fighting somebody that was negative. But this guy's a Cuban technician. This dude good box, bro. Like, he's a really good boxer. Don't let him fool you with the whole power and knocking people out. Like, so I don't know. Because I get flashbacks from Caleb Plant outboxing the shit out of Benavidez for the first 5 rounds. And then he got tired, and Benavidez, was too much volume. Getting in his face and whooping his ass. But I don't think, obviously, Morel's not going to Plant. But we'll see. We'll talk about that fight.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a big fight. And that's, pretty much the week after that 5-fight card. So it's crazy. Sir Mackey Loves Pie asking, why doesn't Tom fight Dominic Reyes?
Come on, man. Stop it.
Dominic Reyes is.
How about why is not John Jones fighting Tom? Yeah, Reyes got a fight already.
Anthony Smith on the pay-per-view next week.
Stop.
So we'll see. I think they're going to do the fight.
I think Jones is just doing that. At first, I thought he was ducking him, which I still think he is, but he's trying to make sure he gets the biggest bag he can.
And Jones looked. I don't know if it's Jones looked great or Stipe looked old.
It was both. He was slow, bro. He looked so slow.
Yeah.
But it was also a little bit of John Jones too, obviously. But once I saw his shape, like he looked in great shape. Look at that fight against Gane. Bro had a beer belly. Like he wasn't in great shape. Like here, he slimmed down, more ripped. I'm like, yeah, he's in good shape. So.
Yeah, I thought. It was a great performance by John Jones, and I definitely think they're going to make the fight versus Aspinall. I mean, it's a fight to make. Okay, all that being said, we can move on. Best bet. Pretty easy one here. I'm going to pretty much side with Danny, Sonny Edwards.
Sonny Edwards, money line. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, not really much else to say. Like I said, there's only the one fight. I don't even know what the undercard is, if there's a decent
There's
undercard.
A couple good fights. I'm already eyeing up a good big dog. I think this line's off, so hopefully I catch that one. I'm actually more confident in that one than any other bet. But we'll see.
Yeah, and no UFC this week. There is PFL Friday, I think. So if you guys want your MMA fix, PFL. And as always, Bankroll Blitz this weekend. Live streams all weekend long. And Thanksgiving. So everyone have a good Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Danny, anything you want to add to the chat? Comments down below. Whatever you got.
Yeah, smash that like. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Make sure you eat responsibly. Take some leftovers. But this is one of my favorite holidays, man. I love eating. But Yeah, you smash that like button, leave a comment below with your predictions or whatever. If you want to see John Jones or boxing news, whatever you want, it helps
Yeah.
us out getting out there with the YouTube channel and stuff like that. So follow me at Danny Bets with 2 Z's everywhere. My Patreon. I didn't have any bets really last week because I didn't like the card or whatever. I got my ass kicked in UFC. Only 2 bets, but this card I'm getting my revenge. I like I said, I like Sonny Edwards and I like a couple other spots, especially this big underdog that I'm pretty confident in. So let's get it.
Yeah, like Dan said, guys could leave a like, comments down below. Shout out to Chad, everyone here watching. Winner Circle, you're here every week commenting. Andrew G, Picks from Dave, Keys Bob B, and everyone else watching the live. Make sure you comment down below your thoughts. And we'll be back next week. We have a doubleheader. Robeisy Ramirez,
Yep.
Espinoza 2, Navarrete, Valdez 2, Phoenix, Arizona. Those should be 2 very exciting fights. We'll hopefully recap a nice, easy Sonny Edwards victory. So this main event, Talkin Hands. See you guys next week.